Prince Harry's life has always been dramatic, but what just happened is different, way more personal and way more terrifying. After an incident involving Meghan and their baby sent shockwaves through the family, Harry urgently sought help from a therapist, leaving everyone around him deeply worried. What exactly pushed him over the edge? And why is Meghan at the center of yet another family storm? Hold on tight. This royal crisis goes deeper and darker than anyone's realized. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's love story felt like something out of a movie. Their 2018 wedding at Windsor Castle brought millions together around the world. People saw it as a fresh start for the royal family. A year later, they became parents to baby Archie. Then, in 2021, they welcomed their daughter Lilibet, who was born in California. Her name honored both Queen Elizabeth and Princess Diana, but their journey as a family didn't stay picture perfect for long. The media followed their every move, and not always kindly. Meghan, in particular, faced harsh treatment from the British press. Some headlines were deeply unfair and even racist. Harry often spoke up, saying he saw the same patterns that once hurt his mother, Princess Diana. In 2020, the couple made a huge decision. They stepped away from royal duties and moved to the US. It was a bold move that surprised many. They later explained their reasons during a tell-all interview with Oprah. I myself was trapped as well. I didn't see a way out. I was trapped, but I didn't know I was trapped.
Meghan opened up about feeling hopeless during her first pregnancy. She asked for help but says she was turned away. Harry shared that someone in the royal family had asked about Archie's skin color. That moment hit hard. In the months when I was pregnant, we have in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born. Their words caused a media storm and left the royal household shaken. Meanwhile, Harry's relationships with Prince Charles and Prince William became strained. He said he was cut off financially, which added more tension. The move to California gave them a chance to build a new life with more control and peace. In 2021, Meghan and Harry sat down with Oprah and opened up like never before. One moment from that interview shook people deeply. Meghan said that while she was pregnant with Archie, things got so heavy, she began thinking about ending her life. The pressure, the attacks from the press, and feeling trapped inside the palace left her feeling lost and hopeless.
I knew that if I didn't say it, that I would do it, and I just didn't want to be alive anymore.
She asked for help, not from the public, but from the palace. She wanted to see someone, to talk to a professional, but the people in charge said no. They were worried about how it would look. Meghan said she felt stripped of everything, her passport, her freedom, her voice.
Harry later shared how crushed he felt that night. They had an event at Royal Albert Hall. In the photos, they looked perfect, but he said he was gripping Meghan's hands so tightly, afraid she might collapse. He looked back on that moment with pain. He felt ashamed for not acting faster and admitted he was thinking more like a royal than a husband.
Make sure that there was no doubt overshadowing whatever topics they choose to discuss. It's also worth noting that this interview really does not sit well with the royal family.
That night reminded him of his mother. Diana had faced similar pressure. He started to fear that history might repeat itself. The fear of losing Meghan haunted him.
It's not a surprise to anybody. It's really sad that it's got to this point, but I've got to do something for my own mental health, for my wife's, and for Archie's as well, because I could see where this was headed.
This experience changed everything for them. It wasn't about fame or money. It was about survival. Harry's path to therapy began after a fight with Meghan in the early years of their relationship. It was a serious moment. Meghan told him straight he needed to talk to someone. That hit him hard. He later said he realized he was reacting like a child stuck in pain. That pain came from losing his mother so young and never really dealing with it.
I saw GPs, I saw doctors, I saw therapists, I saw alternative therapists, I saw all sorts of people.
At first, Harry didn't know how deep the hurt went, but once he started therapy, the memories and emotions came rushing in.
Strapped in the car, seatbelt across, with my brother in the car as well, and my mother driving, being chased by 3, 4, 5 mopeds with paparazzi on, and then she was almost unable to drive because of the tears. There was no protection.
He talked about panic attacks, anger, and how he used drinking and partying to block things out. It had been building up for years.
I was willing to drink, I was willing to take drugs, probably drink a week's worth in one day on a Friday or a Saturday night.
Meghan stood by him through it. She saw the pain and she didn't back off. She gently pushed him to take that first step. He now says therapy not only helped him understand himself, it saved his relationship too. I saw all sorts of people, but it was meeting and being with Meghan. I knew that if I didn't do the therapy and fix myself, that I was going to lose this woman who I could see spending the rest of my life with. As he continued, Harry tried different approaches, including EMDR, a method that helped him deal with painful memories by tapping his shoulders and focusing on old feelings.
It cleans my hard drive. It's literally like every time something comes up, we're done with that.
One trigger was flying back to London. That brought a flood of anxiety, but with EMDR, he slowly began to feel safer in those moments.
Most of my life, I've always felt worried, concerned, a little bit tense and uptight whenever I fly back into the UK, whenever I fly back into London.
He later opened up about all of this in interviews and in his show, The Me You Can't See. He wanted others to know they weren't alone. Therapy changed how he lived, how he spoke, and how he saw his past. Now, Harry talks openly about mental health.
For an individual that never thought that they would ever need or do therapy, that's a long time. I wasn't in an environment where it was encouraged to talk about it either. That was sort of like squashed.
He supports veterans, builds wellness projects, and encourages others to ask for help. What started as a rough conversation with Meghan became a lifelong mission to heal and to help others heal too. Meghan's pregnancies have always been a talking point. From the moment she first showed a baby bump, every step was watched, photographed, and judged. But in 2025, a video added fresh fuel to the fire. It was a clip of Meghan dancing in a hospital room before giving birth to Lilibet. The song playing was Baby Mama by Starkeisha, and Meghan moved playfully, holding her bump while Harry danced along.
Just turn it off.
If she a baby mama,
Go ahead.
she gon' do that baby mama.
Work.
She gon' put it on you. She gon' do that.
Yeah, I'm pregnant, but I got an ill flow. Tryna make some money, buy some huggies from the store. S to the T-A, double R-K, to the E-I-S-H-A, and I don't play.
It looked like a private, light-hearted moment, one meant to show a joyful side of motherhood, but once it went online, reactions exploded. Some people loved it. They called it fun, real, and even brave. Others reacted harshly. Comments flooded in calling it tacky, embarrassing, and even fake. Wild theories popped up again. Some claimed she wore a fake bump, while others accused her of using body doubles or digital tricks. These rumors have followed her since her first pregnancy. Meghan stayed calm. When asked about the backlash, she said it reflected a joyful time and showed a side of pregnancy people rarely see. She focused on the happiness of that day, not the noise that followed. Her team later said the clip connected with many Americans, especially younger fans. They saw it as bold, honest, and even empowering. Some even say it helped build attention for Meghan's new lifestyle brand. While critics rolled their eyes, supporters saw it as a woman showing strength, humor, and confidence in her own skin. Still, this drama is very different from the pain Meghan shared in the Oprah interview. That moment was raw and personal. It came from a place of deep hurt. The baby mama video, on the other hand, feels more like a storm over image and perception. From the outside, royal life looked grand: palaces, smiles, events, and royal waves. But inside, Meghan was struggling. She said that when things got really dark, she asked the royal household for help. She wanted to speak with someone about her mental health. The answer was no. They told her it wouldn't look good.
That moment stayed with her. It made her feel like her well-being didn't matter. I was told that I couldn't, that it wouldn't be good for the institution. Harry felt that deeply. He had already lost his mother in a very public and painful way. Now he saw his wife slipping into a similar emotional space. He tried to raise concerns with his family. He hoped someone would care enough to take action. But what came back was silence. There were no plans to protect Meghan or support her. Just quiet discomfort and a strong push to keep going like nothing was wrong. I went to a very dark place as well, but I wanted to be there for her. The fear inside their home grew stronger. It wasn't about the press or public image anymore, it became personal. Harry and Meghan were scared for her safety. The phrase family terrified pointed more toward their small family of 3, soon to be 4. They feared what staying might do to Meghan's health. That fear pushed them to step away. They moved not for attention, but for peace. They needed to create a safe space where their family could grow without constant pressure. It was a hard decision, but for them, it was the only one that felt right. Meghan became pregnant with Archie. She smiled at public events, held her bump proudly, and went along with the royal routine. But behind those moments, she felt lonely and overwhelmed. She began to experience mental health struggles. When she asked the palace for help, she was turned away. In 2020, Harry and Meghan made a big decision. They stepped down from royal duties. They left the UK and moved to California. They wanted to focus on their mental health, raise their children in peace, and build a more private life. Today, Harry and Meghan are working to turn their pain into purpose. Prince Harry made a surprise stop at the Nexus Summit in New York last week. He spoke about how he and Meghan turned their struggles into something meaningful through their Archwell Foundation. As the world gets harder, as people's lives become harder, compassion can shrink. The thing that gives me the most hope is the grassroots approach. At the same time, Meghan's new lifestyle brand, As Ever, is getting ready to launch its first product, a soft pink rosé wine on July 1. The date holds personal meaning, tied to both Diana's birthday and Meghan's first meeting with Harry. Online, a simple photo of Meghan picking apricots stirred up some chatter again. Some praised the calm vibe, while others looked for something to mock. Meanwhile, King Charles is quietly planning to include the Sussexes in future royal events, hinting at possible healing between the two sides. Harry and Meghan's journey has been raw, real, and emotional. From deep pain to healing and purpose, they continue to shape their own path. If their story moved you, share your thoughts below. Do you believe healing is possible even after public heartbreak? Let's talk about it.